The World's End is about many things, but at a very sort of basic story level, it's about five school friends who get together to on the sort of initiative of one member, Gary King, myself, to recreate a pub crawl that they attempted when they were 19, and that's the basic gist of it. But obviously, so much more happens, and it's about so much more than that in terms of the themes and the kind of story and the subtext, and it's a complex brew. But essentially, it's about a pub crawl. The process of writing it was swift and harmonious. Edgar and me always write together in the same room, but I think this time was probably the easiest in an odd way, and I think it's because we have a rhythm now and a understanding of each other's processes, and we were very much on the same page, perhaps more than ever. I think on this one, we had a lot to bring. Each of us had a lot to bring to it. You know, our own personal experiences, and it's the most personal of the three films, I think. Edgar's always had a very innate kind of organic talent, which I've always marvelled at. You know, right back to when we were working together when he was in his early 20s. You know, his knowledge of the cinematic arts, to be sound grand, has always amazed me. But yeah, he's definitely matured as a filmmaker. That sort of innate ability is now accompanied by an immense technical knowledge, and you know, he's gathered wisdom and intelligence and skill, and he's applying all of that here, you know. We wanted to get a little dream team together. You know, we wanted to assemble five actors who, or rather, assemble three other actors aside from me and Nick, who just were at the top of their game, and we knew and could deliver what was required of them, and that's exactly what we got in Martin, Eddie, and Paddy, who, um, yeah, I'm a huge fan of all three of those guys, and it's an enormous pleasure to work with them, let alone have them as friends, you know. Gary King is, I think he's the most, my favorite character to ever play, because he is essentially a bad guy, really. I mean, bless his heart, he doesn't mean to be, but he's just so, you know, hobbled by his own desire to be young and to recapture the days of his youth. And you know, Gary unfortunately was crippled by the fact that he was so incredibly popular and cool when he was 19 and never got it back. And in a sense, he's like a contemporary celebrity who loses everything, you know, who has a heyday of being the heartthrob, the pin-up, and then it all goes away, and that's all he has to cling to. And you know, 20 years later, he's still dressing the same way, and trying to cling to this one night when it was the pinnacle of his kind of achievements. You know, he never amounted to anything.